Hi guys, welcome to tutorial today. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to teach you about improvising with basically dissonant chords and really good technique to master if you want to do a little more modern sounds. It was requested by Dawn, who is our Total Organist community member, and she is already in the live chat. So hello. Welcome, Dawn. And thank you so much for your coffee, virtual coffee. Excellent. And so let's take a look at the sample set. And we have Verskoren organ 2007, Grote Kerk Dordrecht. I haven't installed any other organs yet. I haven't, but Rien has already finished funding of my wish list. So thank you so much, Rien, for your generous donation towards license of yearly subscription of Svelling. So next live stream will be, of course, with all the sample sets that we can choose from there. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And now we are in Dordrecht, Grote Kerk Baroque organ. So the Dawn's request was to avoid basic sounds, tonic, subdominant, and dominant, three-note chords. So I actually thought about it, and what we could do is actually to use not three, but four-note chords. You know, like I improvise or I create my composition. Sometimes I spice things up, and in every chord I use four notes. And that gives me some dissonant sounds, sometimes predictable, sometimes not predictable. And we could talk about that today, like an introduction to this. Maybe I think we will do even second part next Sunday, because it's a little more advanced subject for you to understand in one sitting. Okay, but let's think about it. Start thinking about it. Who else is Giovanni and Sean? Hello. Thank you guys for joining. I hope this tutorial will be useful to you. So now I will show you the keyboards right now. Okay, and let's talk about the theory behind those chords. Four-note chords. Basically, they are seventh chords and their inversions. Imagine C major scale, and instead of using C major, F major, and G major, right? We could build seventh chords, a scale degree of natural major scale in C. And based on outer interval, it could be major seventh, minor seventh, right? Or even diminished seventh in some cases. And what kind of triad there is, like major or minor, or even diminished, like from the note B. We have several kinds of seventh chords. By the way, they, of course, if you want deeper analysis and training, we have in Total Organist community seventh chord training. That's how it's called, seventh chord training. And I go through all of the sorts of or kinds of those seventh chords and build them from scratch for you. Yeah. Now, of course, we will do introduction, and so instead of playing major or minor or root position chord, let's just add 1/3 more. That's what we have, 7th chords. Usually in tonal harmony we use only 3 7th chords. Dominant 7th chord in C major, like this, from the note G, from the 5th scale degree, and its resolution directly to tonic. Then we have 7th scale degree 7th chord from the note B. It is half diminished chord and could be resolved directly to tonic through dominant 7th inversion. And the third is 2nd scale degree 7th chord. It also has either directly to tonic, like this, or through dominant 7th inversion, or through chains of 7th chords. So 2nd scale degree 7th chord, 7th scale degree 6/5 chord, dominant 4/3 chord. 3 versions, right? Dominant, 7th scale degree, 2nd scale degree in tonal harmony. There are more, like subdominant, and actually all of the scales are usable in tonal harmony, but other scale degrees are much less used, right? Now what we are talking here today, we can build 7th chords from every scale degree without thinking about is it tonic or not tonic, right? Is it subdominant or not subdominant? Is it dominant or not dominant, right? I hope this makes sense. But building from every scale degree gives us possibilities to build different 7th chords. From the 1st scale degree C, we have major position and major 7th from outer C and B. So it is major 7th. From the 2nd scale degree D, we have minor root position chord and minor 7th from outwards. So this is minor 7th chord. The same is from the note E, 3rd scale degree, minor. From the note scale degree, again it's major, because major root position chord and major 7th chord, major 7th. Major 7th. And here this so-called dominant 7th chord, which we are not using this term right now, it's just 7th chord from the 5th scale degree. It's called major root position chord, right? And minor 7th from G to F. So it's major minor 7th. From the note A, we have minor and minor 7th. So it's minor 7th. And from the note B, we have something different, diminished root position chord, or the diminished triad, right? From the note B, 2 minor thirds, and then minor 7th between outer voices. So it's called half diminished, or half diminished 7th chord. So to recap, major 7th chord from C, minor 7th, D, minor 7th chord, E, major 7th chord from F, major 7th chord from G, minor 7th chord from A, half diminished 7th chord from B. Okay? This is valid in all of the keys, right? Not only C major, but if you build those 7th chords in G major with G sharp, and you just transpose scale degrees, start the first one not from C but from G, right? The same sequence, of course, would be the same terms would be applied: major 7th chord, minor 7th chord, and so forth, right? If we're talking about minor, A minor, let's look at A minor, natural minor. We have minor 7th chord, the same kind of 7th chord, but they are from different scale degrees, right? Because the first scale degree is A, not C anymore. So minor 7th chord, half diminished 7th chord, major 7th, minor 7th, major 7th, major 7th, major minor 7th, and then it repeats, minor. Yeah, so that's the theory. And of course you can build inversions in C major. Let's take a look at the scale. See, and let's build 6/5 chord, right? It consists of 2/3 plus a second, or major or minor position chord plus major minor second, like this. Here we go, we're already playing the dissonant chords. That's a good exercise actually, to play these chords up and down, like scales. Not that low, probably. Alright. 6/5 was this 4/3 chord. So basically the differentiating sign is a second in the middle, a third, but a second in the middle. And the last version is second in the bottom, at the bottom. 4/2 chord. I'm naming these inversions based on the dominant 7th chords. 7th is from this G, 6/5 chord is next, 4/3 chord is here, and 4/2 chord is here. So what we can do, I could do inversions like this, okay, long, from C, or from D, or from E, from F, from G, then from A, then from B, then from C, which was already before. So these exercises are helpful. Why? Because it helps us to assimilate those 7th chords and their inversions. Once you can do them in arpeggio, in like chords up and down, right? Then you can harmonize the scale with those with those seventh chords and then inversions, saying let's harmonize the scale with seventh chords only, like this. Playing parallel chords, right? Let's harmonize now with 6/5 chords, like this. Maybe over 2 octaves. Let's harmonize the scale with 4/3 chords. 2 notes in each. Right? Let's harmonize the scale with 4/2 chords. Like this. That's your exercise. Before even trying to improvise anything more advanced, you have to assimilate those chords in a slow tempo, of course, twice as slow than I'm demonstrating. I'm just demonstrating to you because we don't have a lot of time, but I want to pack much information into your head now so that you could practice all week long, right? So what next? After this, after you get better at playing parallel chords in it's called narrow position, right? All the notes are right after each other. Let's take a look, right? Like this, next to each other, without skipping any. But what happens if we want to play like this? This is the same chord, all the same notes, wider intervals. See? So, for example, there are exercise like this. Right, this is the seventh chord. 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 And this is the seventh chord. Right? 3 versions of narrow position and 3 versions in open position. Just like we had in 3-note chords. So like this, play like this, like, or this. It's in parallel motion, right? Then of course there is the next inversion, 6/5 chord. Starting from the note C, like this, and we'll play it like this. But now, let's build 3 versions where E or G or A are in soprano. Let's now do E in soprano, like this. Now G in soprano. This. And now A in soprano. Okay. Yeah, think about which note is in the soprano. Any note can be in soprano, besides the bass. Bass is always in the bottom, right? But but any of the three upper notes can be in soprano. That's the beauty of these is the disposition of different chords. You get to know different specifications, right, of the same inversion. So next would be for 3 chord, instead of playing like this. Let's do E in the soprano. Right? F and A stay where they are, but E jump one octave higher. So now see what happens. A little better, or more advanced. All of them are very nice. Now F in the soprano, this. Like this. Okay. And now A in the soprano. Beautiful. You see, and there is one more for 2 chord. This one. Let's do D in soprano. Let's do F in soprano. This could be this, but this is more common. And don't worry about fingering, of course, play. If you want, you could play a sample. It's a little unnatural and more advanced. Okay, and right. What about A in soprano? Here would be A. Here D, this is F. Alright, so now we covered most of the basic inversions and their dispositions, right, of voices. So try to practice them in the keys starting from C or A, right? G with 1 sharp, or E with 1 sharp, then maybe with 1 flat F and D, maybe 2 sharps D and B, 2 flats B flat and G, 3 sharps A and F sharp, and 3 flats E flat and C. I think that would be enough. The most common keys, right? Up to 3 accidentals. So that's the most important thing, for you to assimilate those chords. And next week we can start building a beautiful meditation out of this. But first you have to do a little more practicing how to do it. I'm just giving you now a preview. What could we play next week, right? Let's add principles, and let's build a beautiful Rohrflöte, Nassat, and Quinta with the tremolant. Okay, so next week, for example, our left hand could play these 3-note chords or 4-note chords if you want. The bass could play long notes. And we can create beautiful melodies. Solo. And pedals can have sometimes errors. Sometimes we could modulate. Back to 0 occidentals. Maybe different pedal. Maybe not. Maybe pedals will gap. Now 0 occidentals. Finish like this. Anybody can do this, but there is a prerequisite to this. You have to know your basic position chords, basic positions in the left hand part. Three or 4 notes like this. You have to be comfortable playing them up and down the scale, right? And the pedals usually what? Either are silent or holding a long note. It doesn't matter which note. It just matters that the first and the last note is the main note of the scale, like in this case C. But you could actually switch notes in the pedals very easily to any note. C, D, E, G, F, A, even B sometimes, right? But don't forget to modulate, to add a little accidental here and there, 1 sharp. Or you could be more adventurous and say 3 sharps right away, or 3 flats, right? Or 2 flats and 2 sharps later, right? You could build like this a little more colorful sound palette. And that's what we could focus on next time, okay? Creating beautiful meditation out of these basic 7th chords and their inversions, building on one hand, left hand only. And then when we add the melody, which moves in different ways, but based on the notes of the scale, it clashes, but also not even clashes, but it supplements the harmonies of the left hand part. But on top of that, we or on the bottom we play the bass, right? Sometimes with long notes, sometimes no bass at all to give a space to breathe, right? So regularly we switch to other pedals or even take a rest in the pedals, and that creates sometimes three levels, three layers of harmonic sounds, right? Not only left hand part has four notes, but also right hand part creates a melody and sometimes harmony with the left hand. And if we add pedals to this, that's already what, 4, 5, 6 notes sounding together, like 6-note chords, even more advanced than Dawn asked, right? Like this. But it creates a very beautiful soundscape like this, meditations. You know, if we are comfortable with meditations, then we could just switch to some louder and more active, pacing and playing to create not meditation, but let's say a march or scherzetto, right? Or even a toccata. And then we would have entire suite based on those dissonant chords. You see where I'm going? Starting with meditations, of course. Meditation is the easiest one. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, for communion or post-communion, any type of meditative music is very good. Or even for offertorium, if you have a chance to play organ, solo organ, or extend your chant, let's say, extending a hymn or a chant, you have like a couple more minutes to feel of music, right? Your choir or congregation finished playing the hymn and you don't know what to do. You can just continue in the key of the hymn, but with a little more dissonant sounds, right? Like this. It's like you're creating on the spot like beautiful meditation, right? I've done this before. I did this at St. John's Church for a funeral mass. I even done this on a small one manual organ without a separate organ pedal stop. It's no 16, right? Where we have Oginsky Chapel. Last time I played, you can check my channel. I posted a video there. I played Gregorian chant tunes, Requiem Aeternam or Kyrie eleison or any other chant. And then I had a little more time to improvise on the same mode. So I naturally used those more dissonant chords. On one manual, of course, separating right hand from the left to create more solo sounding sounds, or sometimes if I need to do them together like chords, it's fine too, but then maybe louder registration is needed to create a feeling of active processional or recessional, right? All of this sounds difficult, but it isn't. It's actually very simple when you understand the basic idea of what I was talking about. Foundations of these 7 chords and their inversions. When you get better at this over this week, next week we can talk about how to use them in your practical improvisation. Okay? Thank you so much again for your support, for your donations, virtual tickets, memberships, channel memberships, Buy Me a Coffee memberships, PayPal donations. What else was there? Everything is in our description of the video. The links to support the channel are there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you find the value in my teachings, I appreciate your reciprocity, of course. So, let's stay in touch. Let's meet again next Sunday, but not Friday. No, on the Bench with Vidas live stream next week, because Ausra and I will be playing 3 events. Ausra will be playing 2 events with me also, and I will be playing 4 events next week, and one of them will be, or 2 of them will be actually on Friday. So instead of the live stream, we will post tomorrow on Ausra's channel Undamari's organ concert from yesterday. On Monday you will get a beautiful recital from our Vilnius University Organ Studio Undamaris, Advent and Christmas theme, right? And at the end of the week, I will probably post another double recital where Osha and I will be playing from Friday's event, right? Because we will be playing two organs, the big organ at St. John's Church, and of course Aula Parva, small organ. We have a custom-made recital for you to listen next week. So two events, pre-recorded events, but no live stream on Friday. But we will meet on Sunday for tutorials. So thank you so much, John, for your donation. Very, very nice. Appreciate it. Virtual ticket. I will give you a heart and a like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I now will go to Total Organist community and will teach now Daken's Noel training, right? Part 2. Last time we started practicing the first two variations of Daken's Noel number 10. It's a beautiful, beautiful set of variations for this time of the year. And now will be the next two variations. So if you are in our Total Organist community, join us very shortly. The link to that live stream is on the Discord, our Secrets of Organ Playing community on Discord. Thank you so much. Bye. And remember, when you practice, miracles happen.